So just imagine that there are more mechanically sound ways of moving and less mechanically sound ways of moving. Good? Okay? There's better bridges and less better bridges. Okay? So the assumption is always in katatedori that you can just do whatever, but you can't. The wrist angle, the hand shape, the elbow angle, the shoulder angle, those are all very important. Every time you deviate from that, you have issues. Okay? So, you're not learning the wrist grab, you're more interested in this biomechanical geometry. Okay? And of course it extends below, but we're not going to deal with that today. Just deal with the arm, okay? You're too straight, too bent, too out, too in. It's happening all the time, okay? So if I take katatedori and I bring my hands up, right? Not like I'm going to do a technique, because now everyone goes to this, you see? But if I just bring my hands up, I end up here. Slightly in, slightly forward, elbows underneath, okay? That's what we're trying to work on. So this angle helps, go ahead and give me Forrest. Helps, let's just look at one thing. This is the best angle for generating a resisting energy to his resistance, okay? So I don't want to push like this. It takes it and puts it somewhere else in my inner deltoids and outer pectorals. I don't want it there. I want my back. You see my back? I'm gonna go like this. This is now something else. Okay? So this one too is, because of its shape, and I'm just gonna mention this here, this is what actually generates the pressure into my hara and starts to utilize it. When you go like this, it goes up high. It doesn't aim down. Okay? So we're gonna look at the arm. Start with the arm. Okay? Look at my angle of my upper arm. Just forget like there's any lower arm. Get the upper arm. Okay? And he's going to push, and usually when he pushes here, you will start to feel the pressure come up there. It'll come around this hara band, okay? And you see, he can't push when my arm is straight. So when I go like this, I can't push like that. He can't push on me, right? And it can't be too close, right? Because he just pushes in at my rib cage. So there becomes like a unmovable thing. I just there, and this is what we refer to as elbow power. Is the elbow is being energized where it is. It's the most efficient place to be. Okay, so you can just hang out here. There's no hinge in between my elbow and my shoulder, so I just hang out here. Okay, don't worry what this arm is doing right now. Just focus on that elbow being in that place where I can hang out all day. Okay, go. So now he's in front of me, and we're going to increase the weight. Well, I'm doing the same thing. Okay? Should not change. He goes. Don't worry about what the lower arm is doing. Just leave that elbow right in that spot. See if you can get it like that. Just get more of your palm. So see how it's too high. Okay? Okay. So when I say in, don't go like that. You move the whole thing. see that difference? Okay. This arm the lower arm has so much range in its arc of movement, you see. If it comes, the elbow came up, you see. This would be too much, okay? And then if the hand goes down and the elbow disappears, you see that? So we're gonna leave the elbow here, and I don't think I go any lower and leave the elbow there. And then I'm gonna see how far I come up. And I lose no structural integrity resisting his energy at the elbow by doing that. You see that? You guys see that? So I go like that, and he's gonna end up, and I go like that, and he's gonna come into. See? So keep that. He's gonna push hard. He's gonna push hard, and I leave all that there. Okay? Go. See if you could tell me what's the difference between these two examples. That's example A. Push hard. What is it? B. What?
B moves more freely.
Okay, B moves more freely. A had more tension in it, right? What's holding the arm in place? His push from, what is it? My elbow. What does this have to do with anything? You see? Nothing. Nothing. Do you get it? So if I am keeping that in place and I have to go slow like that, I'm probably keeping it in place with this hand, and that we don't want that. We want the lower arm is doing this thing. You see? It's not important. Okay? Try it again. Okay. So this one depends on uke. Okay, so uke has got to really try. Uke is just trying to shove me, and uke does not change direction. Okay, so I'm now going to move my elbow in space. Meaning, when uke feels the hole, uke doesn't start changing the push angle. Okay, so again, the arm was nothing. I'm just going to turn my elbow in space. So you're changing your angle. You go angle, you go angle, you go angle. You see? Don't do stuff with your lower arm. Everything is with the elbow. And look how I'm starting this way to help my uke. Okay, let's go. So, he's there, we push, we're not going anywhere, and I start to drill. Boom, boom. You see? What technique is that? Iriminage. You see? Right here. And I turn my elbow. You see? It's also the elbows from the last class. Boom. You see? Same thing. So we're here. Keep that tight, and I don't lose the structural integrity, but I create push hard. Watch what's happening. Push hard. I add my hip and shoulder. Which way do you go? Forward. You see? can do a yin space in the midst of a yang integrity. Boom. And I don't need any arm power. Okay? Well, here's the thing. When I'm here like this, and this was not relevant, it stays not relevant. It's here. Okay? It will become relevant if you lose the elbow angle. You're going to make this and this relevant. Well, I keep the elbow angle, right? And I do this same thing. You guys see that? He's there. Pretend he's pushing on your elbow. And you do the same thing. Elbow. Okay, try it. Again, what I'm trying to tell you is when you feel it here or someplace other than here, is because you changed the elbow angle. So you did something. You see that? See that? If I was doing the first drill, this would not work. Okay? So come on over here, and you can push on that same elbow spot. You're trying to push me this way. Okay? So he's there like that. And I'm doing the same drill. Oops, let me get it in place. And we go to the other side. And he's pushing. You can see I'm just hanging here. I don't feel anything in my arm. Okay? Now, he's there, and he's there. So, to try to help me, you're still pushing me this way. Got it? And I don't want to lose his pressure. I want to do the same technique. Why don't you just grab him? There you go. Okay? And I think of moving him. Do you understand? We'll go to the other side. You're going to be in threes. Don't think of him. Don't think of the katatadori guy. Think of the elbow guy. And you do the same elbow drill. Okay? Okay, go. First enemy. Push. Okay? Don't look for what they're doing. Don't try to go like this. It's a way of moving that we want. It's not them falling. So I'm here like that, and I just do the shape. They're doing their jobs. This is just a rule of Ukemi, right? I am not trying to get them. Look, that is not mechanically sound. I'm here. I have that same pressure in the elbow, and I'm going to turn the elbow. That's all there is to it. They fall because of what they're doing. You get it? So what happens when you become preoccupied by them is you start looking. You see? Now you're not learning. Okay? Now you're not learning. Here, he does what he's doing. That's why I keep correcting him, because he keeps changing the angle on it. Okay? Now it's going this way. Get yourself where you can be so you can push straight. Okay? Here's where I am. And now I just spin this and turn it upside down. Go. Okay? Go. Okay, so now we'll go back to another pressure drill, and I have my elbows. Here's where we started. You see? And my upper arms, or my hand, the forearms, aren't really doing anything. Okay? The structure is in the elbows and then down through the core. So these are here. But if I start going like this, I'm changing the elbow shape. You see that? It came up. I start going like that, I'm changing the elbow shape. So here he is. He's pushing. We could do it where he's in front. Right? Yep, that's fine. He's pushing. You can stand up. louder. Okay? We're going to be here all day long. Okay? And if let's go really fast. You see how I was not bracing. Okay? So play with your amount of that you can do here, but pay attention to everything we've done up till now. This will be the Lee, seated, pushing with his forearms will be less, his hand on one hand. Okay? Got it? Okay, try it. Can't have my elbow up here. Can't have my elbow up here. You see that's parallel out of the shoulder? Okay, come back. I don't even think, yeah, go ahead and stand up. This is going right about that level there. Remember what I started this with is, I'm more interested in is that the pressure is coming down in here. Okay? So I want that. I don't want to just hold him up. Do you see that? I want the pressure in here. I feel the ground pressure and the hara band is starting to swell. Okay? Not up like. Well, this is too far back for me. I gotta get it back in position. Okay? And I feel this. And so when I move that, you see how I'm not moving my arm. I can't move my arm. If I move my arm against that much strength, it loses everything. But once, and then let me get it placed. Once I get all this here going, then and that swells, then when I move my body, he moves. You see? So we're here. I'm not going like this. Boom, swell, right, and body move. Push, swell, just worrying about my elbows. This is not relevant. If I want my elbows to come up in space, body moves. Okay, let's try that simple throw.